all the tickers.
No tickers. We are live.
Oh.
It's Rochelle Dallas, everybody. We're going to talk today about creating self-study courses. And the reason why it's a bit of a hot topic is because I know there's a lot of people watching this who have got tons of expertise. Maybe you've written a book. Maybe you teach things all the time. Maybe you've got loads of great live content. Maybe you've done courses, programs, live events, like loads of things, right? A lot of people will have done. Or maybe you've got a company with a certain level of expertise and you do it for clients or you do it with clients. And actually, it can be really powerful for your business to package up your expertise in a self-study course. So do you want to explain what a self-study course is, Rochelle Dallas? And introduce yourself, sorry.
Hi, everyone. I am Rochelle Dallas, as on the screen and introduced by Helen. So I create online courses for businesses, entrepreneurs who have, a transformation to communicate, really. They, like Helen was saying, they've written a book, they're working with clients, they're leading people through a journey A to B. But with an online course, you can do that so that they can go through that independently. And there's all sorts of ways that you can look at what you do and how you do it and change the way it's presented so that you don't have to deliver that like day in, day out. And it's a really smart way to scale your business because it means that, if 100 people came knocking on your door to work with you one-to-one tomorrow, your business would probably buckle. You'd be exhausted. You wouldn't have the energy or the time to physically serve those 100 clients. But with an online course, if 100 people are going through that in a automated but not robotic way, they are getting as good a service as they would with you holding their hands throughout it. I mean, we've done loads of work in your programs where people are feeling more handheld throughout the process. It's not just a sort of like portal that people sort of dig into. It's led down a path.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we've done, so we have the LinkedIn Mastermind and the Business Mastermind. They are both what I would class as a hybrid. So they're kind of like a program rather than a course. So there's some training in there, and there's also a community and support. And what we've done this year is to create self-study versions of both. And it's something that I've always not resisted isn't the word, just almost not got around to until we had Rochelle, because it's a real, for me, it felt like an overwhelming thing to do, to take all of my live content, all of my videos, all of my strategies and put them in a way for people to in a way that's so clearly set out and makes such a lot of sense for people that they can follow it. Before, it's just been a collection of courses or a collection of training. Now, Rochelle's worked with us to make it into what we call like a portal, so people can go in and they don't need the community and they don't need the support. They might want it and they might love it and they might enjoy it, and those people absolutely do come in and join the sort of traditional mastermind program. But what the feedback when we did a big survey last year is that not everybody wants that. And I think there's pros and cons to being in a program and in a community, and I think I've talked about the pros a lot, but do you want to talk a little bit about why people might not want to do the mastermind program style for their next purchase?
So for me, the overarching theme is about, like, community can be great, but it can also be a bit of a hindrance if you're struggling with feelings of like comparisonitis. Okay, so if you're like, oh, they're doing this or they're on this module, or if they're on they're doing this or they've achieved that, and if that can trigger you, if you know that you're prone to that, then that can actually have a real negative effect on you. So the feedback we're getting at the moment is that it's been great to just work at your own pace. The additional calls and accountability and coaching sessions, while they're great for the people that they're great for, can actually be overwhelming of trying to fit it all into an already jam-packed schedule. So that's been a good bit of feedback. And the other one has been about not feeling like they're behind, or not going at I hear that a lot. Oh, I'm behind. And it's like, there is no behind. Everyone's where they need to be, but you are very much going at your own pace. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to get them into, you know, orientation and module 1 and then just leave them to their own devices. We've got clever ways to keep them moving through the program as if they are part of the higher ticket.
Like what clever ways have you got? So someone's watching this thinking, yeah, I can create a course, but what are the clever ways to keep people moving through the program?
So with Course You Can in particular, and with Business Mastermind, we've put videos of like live videos of you, of me, introducing the next module, tips on how to complete it, so that you're there still with them. You know, like we put in the SOS corner, so that there's that, you know, help me bit. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to deliver that speech that you do all the time on repeat anymore. It can just be there, and you can come back to it whenever you like. I've also put accountability forms in at the end of each week, so you get that, and you get a space to give yourself planning time and looking at what you're going to overcome any obstacles that are in the, you know, in the future. And then there's you know, mixing up the media as well. So I myself have learned over the last couple of years to mix up the media. So don't just have audio, because not everybody learns that way. People like to mix it up. So have the downloadable option, so you can listen to, you know, a training on the dog walk, but when you're tidying up or whatever. But you can also watch a video, or you could do a workbook to make sure that you are taking in the information. So there's all sorts of ways that you can, manage the content as if you're there.
Yeah, this is good. So there's a few options to work with you, right? So you've had Course You Can for a couple of years now, which is your program. So that is this. You've got a self-study option, obviously, as you would, and you've got a community version. Have you? Yeah. And then bit like me, but you also consult into businesses like mine. Do it all for me, so I don't have to do anything, which is brilliant. Apart from record a few extra videos, Michelle took my existing program, which has been around a long time, and making them into really quality portal only access programs that people can buy. So, for example, the LinkedIn Mastermind, £1,500 is the initial investment. But if you just do self-study, it's like $497. So it makes it much more accessible for people at every level. And the Business Mastermind, £5,000 program is now, you can get access to the training alone for $997. So I think that really makes a big difference for people who want to access the training, right? It allows you to give an option that is affordable for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so in Course You Can language is that a course and a program, they've got their place in your value ladder proposition, absolutely. So you've got your free or your low ticket items that you're doing, but in order to move up through the stages, people need the space, the time, the energy, and the payment. So everyone thinks it's all just based on money, about how much they can afford, but actually there's a lot more that goes into whether people want to work with someone one-to-one or done for you. So having these mid-tier products is a really great solution to keep people moving through, and not just going to somebody else who has got availability, or somebody else who is a bit cheaper, or whatever it is. So giving people different options at different places and meeting them where they are at that time is really great for business. And you know, the another key, back to like secrets of the inside, if you're going to do this and launch your own self-study course, the power, the big, like, powerful secret is that it's in the onboarding. Like, I know I talk about it all the time, but I can't stress to you enough, like, if people know and you set expectations and set everything from the beginning, their experience will just be so much more seamless, and they'll get so much more out of it, and they'll be more invested and excited to move through the curriculum.
Yeah, I know one of the things that you're doing, Rochelle, is that you're actually not just creating courses for people pretty much completely hands off. They just give you the content, and you create all of that structure around it. Is doing all of the tech, but you're also all of the automation and the marketing to actually buy the course. And I think that is the really, really cool thing, that if it was me looking at you, I'd be like, it'd be great. I don't want to do your self-study because I'm never going to do it. I don't want to do your program because I don't want to join another mastermind. But I do want you to do it all for me, because it's not just about the course. I think even I could probably get Thinkific and add things in it but it's how to make it work so it's a user-friendly journey, get the onboarding right. But also, from my point of view, how do you get people to it? Because you need a landing page, you need a sign-up form, you need some kind of freebie usually, you need a way for them to pay, you need email sequences. Like, it's a lot. Like, read out that list of things that you said you were posting about. I was like, there's such a lot of things that you do.
It was, and I didn't even add in about the payment. Oh, I don't know how far it goes back now. It won't list. But hold on one sec. So it was just everything. It was hang on, I'll find it. It was the post. I posted it at the weekend. Because I was just thinking, like, how good would it be, like, if getting into the brain of who I would want to work with, like, how good would it be if I just gave you a link, like, literally just gave you the link and you just crack on and sell it, and it had it was a link to the sales page, they could buy it, it was their onboarding, all the modules, all the workbooks, all the videos, all the audios, the checklist, the notifications, the emails, the session links, the community forum, the payment platform, all of that just done for you. Like, because I know, like, there's an online course in every single business. Like, literally challenge me on it. I will find an online course in every single business, because it's not just about a smart way, you know, to run your business in the future, but it's a smarter way to run your business as you're doing it now. There's no way anybody could sort of say that they're running it as lean and as efficiently as possible. And, you know, if 100 people join Course You Can tomorrow, it would be celebrated. Whereas if they, you know, wanted to work with me one-to-one, there would be logistical nightmares, you know. So yeah, what would you rather? So,
yeah, so that's the challenge, guys. If you're watching this, DM Rochelle or me and say, I've got a business and I can't think of what to make a course out of for it.
Yeah.
We will send back the answer. We've never seen one yet, have we?
No, I've never ever not worked with, and I'm talking everywhere. You know, tax advisors, hairdressers. I worked with a hairdresser who was complaining to me about having to retrain her Saturday staff all the time because there's really high turnover of that. Yeah. And I was like, well, just film what you want them to do, stick it on Thinkific, and make sure they watched all the modules before their first day. And she was like, I can't believe it. I was like, but that to me is just so, like, and she said, I see you coming in for your blow dryers and you've always got your laptop there and you're always doing something. And she's like, she's always interested, but she didn't know what it was. So, you know, stylists, they've now got memberships from a one-to-one service. Loads of people, PTs, coaches, everyone.
Yeah, so that's the challenge. Let us know, myself or Rochelle, if you feel like there's definitely not a course in your business.
Yeah.
And we'll find you one. We'll give you exactly how to map it out and what to call it. And then you can either get Rochelle to do it, or you can buy one of her training products and learn how to do it yourself and see how it's done from the master herself. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just, I wanted to just come on live to talk about that, about how just to open your mind if you've not got one already. If you have got one already, then there's still, you can help those people as well, right, Rochelle?
Yeah, they're the ones I love working with those people, because, you know, giving it a really good stab, like lockdown and the last couple of years brought lots of businesses online. And it was a really, like, I'm seeing a lot of courses that were good enough at the time. They served the clients, they brought the money in, and they made the business survive. They you know, but now it's like, actually there are some real changes and refinements we can make to make it thrive and take it to the a more, you know, polished experience for everybody. And I think, you know, I've got a scorecard on that as well about auditing if you've got an online course, like, hit me up for the link and you can do an audit of your current course, you know, looking at the experience, the material, the marketing of it. Are you getting the right people in? Are they finishing it? You know, loads of stuff to consider.
Yeah, I like it. Nice. So you need to see Rochelle for your course and then come back and see me about how to promote it and get it in front of as many people as possible. The dream team, if you will.
Absolutely.
Right, thanks, darling. Hopefully that's inspired somebody somewhere to think, actually, maybe I could do a course this year and I could start making money from selling my expertise over and over again and only having to put it into place once.
Mm.
I've made a lot of my money over the years. It really is, and I can highly recommend it. And it's just been a pleasure to have you on board in the team to make it even better and make it even slicker. And I know that the feedback's been absolutely incredible. Like, people are just in the community raving about it. They can't believe how good the portal is now, and now I feel able to sell it as a standalone product. So thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
And it's been fun, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, Colleen. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.